Hi, welcome to Between Techie. In this video, we are going to learn about some models of SDLC, that is nothing but the software development lifecycle different models. Alright, let's get started. So there are a lot of models are available in the market, but among them we are going to learn few models, that is waterfall model, another one is spiral model or iterative model or cyclic model. Next one is prototype model. Next one is B model or B and B model. Next one is hybrid model. And last, we are going to learn about Agile methodology. Let's learn each and every models individually. Alright. So first model is waterfall model. There are some points. It is a basic model of SDLC because all models are derived from this model. Execution happens sequential order. That means output of one page will be input of the next page. And this is the model where we cannot do the parallel deliverables. That means two teams cannot work at a time. Next point is developer used to test the application because there was no separate team to test. Next point is no requirement review process. That means no one cross checks the requirements collected by the business analyst. Next point is requirement changes are not allowed. Alright. So you can note down one point. We go for waterfall model for only life critical or you can say machine critical applications, since requirement changes are not allowed. Okay, so let's see the diagram. You can see all the phases of SDLC we have mentioned and how it works. Like one page will be completed, then only we can go for the another phase. Once that will be also completed, then only we can go for the next page. Likewise, this is the kind of waterfall. Once this will be completed, next page, next page, next page, next page, in the downward flow. All right, so that means two teams cannot work at a time. Okay, so that is why this is called as waterfall model. All right, so next we'll go for the next model, that is nothing but spiral model. Generally we go for spiral model whenever the modules are dependent on each other. For example, I'll tell you one beautiful application there is, that is the Excel application, Microsoft Excel. Alright, so there are a lot of modules are available, so I'll give you examples for a few. Suppose we can say there is one module sales, another module is operation, another module is merge cells, another module is macros. So we'll divide it into four modules: module A, module B, module C, and module D. Alright, so how we can do this application? Because we can go for spiral model. Why? Because these modules are dependent on each other. Alright, you can note down one point. In waterfall model, we used to fully complete the application in stable condition and hand over it to the customer. But in spiral model, we used to develop the application module wise and hand over it to the customer. Alright, so there are some points also, which is you can say like positive and negative points. So there are like execution happens sequential order, and it can be like flexible for changes, more clarity on development and testing, customer can use the software at very early stage, and still there are there have some drawbacks, that is no parallel deliverables, no requirement reviews process. Alright, so let's see the diagram. Here you can see we have started for module A, we have started the requirement analysis, then we are doing the design, and then we are doing the coding, and then we are doing the testing of the module A. Once that is completed, we'll be deploying and we'll be starting the module B. So module B requirement analysis will be starting, then we'll be designing the module B, and then we'll be starting the coding for module B, then we'll be doing the testing activities for module B, and we'll be deploying. And then we'll start with requirement analysis for module C, and then we'll be doing the design for the module C, then we'll be doing the coding for the module C, and then we'll be doing the testing for module C. Then we have deployed. Then module D will be starting. Alright, so here in the module D we can start with requirement analysis, then we can design the design for the module D, then we can do the coding for the module D, then we can do the testing for module D, then we can deploy. Alright, so this is the process which is in which we can develop that Excel software application. So this is nothing but called as spiral model. Okay, but here you can note down some points, that is requirement changes are allowed in all the models except waterfall model. Okay, first point. And next point is, apart from waterfall model, test engineers test the application in all other models. Alright, what I said, in waterfall model there was no testers available. Alright, so that is why developers used to test the application. But except waterfall model, all the models, in all the other models, test engineers are involved. Alright, and one more thing, if we have any kind of minor changes, then we never go for the extra cycle, whereas changes are accommodated or added in the same cycle of the next module. Suppose here we have completed, suppose module B, and in module B in module B we have completed and deployed, and we have some changes in module C. So whatever the requirements available in the module C, along with that some minor changes also we can accommodate, and we can go for the same cycle. Alright, for major changes we always go for one extra cycle, since the changes may have major impact on the existing module. Alright, so this is all about spiral model. We'll go for the next. So next is prototype model of SDLC. Let's see some points. In this model, we develop a prototype or sample of an application, showing to the customer, take the approval, then we can start the development of the original software. So that customer rejection is very less, customer satisfaction will be there. Okay, why I said the customer rejection will be very less? Because customer only approved the application, I mean approved the prototype, then customer cannot reject that, right? Then customer satisfaction means he can feel the software at very early stage, he can review the prototype again and again, and prototype can be reused. Suppose in some project we have designed one prototype, and in some similar kind of other project also we can provide the same prototype by changing the names and columns or whatever the data. That means prototype can be reused. But still we have some drawbacks in prototype model. Those are no parallel deliverables, no requirement reviews process, and also it is time consuming, since if the customer keeps on changing the prototype. All right. So one important question is when or where prototype model is used. We'll go for this model whenever customer is not clear about the requirements or the customer is new to the software industries. All right. Let's see what is prototype model. You can see requirement collection done, then we have the feasibility study, then we have the prototype. This is nothing but our prototype. So what exactly in the prototype, I'm just giving you the proper knowledge. So we used to develop the prototype. Who will be developing the prototype? Web developers. So prototype testing will be done after the development of the prototype. Who will be responsible person for testing the prototype? Business analyst or product analyst. After that, customer review and approval. Customer will be reviewing this prototype and customer will approve the prototype. Once that will be completed, if the customer says like, no, this is, I cannot approve this one, I'll change something else, blah blah blah, etc etc. So till the customer approve the final one, it will be again and again will be changing the prototype. That is why I told you it will be time consuming. All right. Okay. All right. So after that, once it will be completed, I mean the approval process will be completed, that means our prototype is approved. Then as usual, we'll be going for the all other whatever phases we have in the SDLC. Those are nothing but design, next is coding, next is testing, next is installation, next is maintenance. All right. So this is all about the prototype test model. Next is V model or V and B model in SDLC. This is really very important model. Please listen carefully. Okay. So there are some points, pros and cons, like parallel deliverables exist. Review at early stage. Will be having the robust product, and here testers will be having more product knowledge and test documents can be reused. But here some drawbacks still there. What is costlier model and time consuming? Why it is time consuming? If customer asks for the changes, so in that case lot of reworks will be done. All right. So here in the diagram you can see there is two sides. Okay. Left side is verification and right side is validation side. So that is why it is called as V and B model. Why? Because this is verification and validation. Okay. Also it is called as V model because you can see the verification side, it will be in downward flow, and the validation side, it will be in upward flow. All right. So here we can do the parallel deliverable exist. How? At the time of requirement gathering, we can write the acceptance testing documents. At the time of system analysis, we can make ready of system testing documents. That is nothing but the test case and test documents. At the time of software design, we can have the we can make the ready of integration testing test documents. Likewise, when module design is there, that time unit testing documents will be prepared, and after that coding will be done. Once the coding will be done, so that at the time of coding we'll be preparing some our testing documents, that is nothing but our functional documents. Once the coding is done, the unit testing team will be doing the unit testing, and the developers used to do the unit testing. They used to test their codes. Okay, once that will be completed, then it will be coming to our testing team. So testing team will be following the all the testing documents as per the integration testing documents. Testing team will be follow all those steps, and they will be doing the integration testing. After that, once that will be completed, similarly, test engineers will be following the system testing test documents, and they will be performing the system testing. And once that will be all the testing activities has been completed, the UAT team will be doing the user acceptance testing. All right, so this is called as V model or V and V model, because we have the verification side and validation side. All right, so this is all about the V model, or you can say V and V model. All right, so next is will be go for the hybrid model. So hybrid model is nothing but it is the combination of spiral and prototype model. Okay, so you can see here as per the diagram I have mentioned, here is the prototype in one phase. Okay, and after that we'll be doing the all the other phases. Okay, so suppose we have started with requirement analysis, then we can do the prototype development, then we can do the development and test, then plan for the next iteration, then we can do the review. Likewise, module A, module B, module C, module D, each and everything will be doing. So here we have combined both spiral and prototype model. That is why it is called as hybrid model. All right, so next, the most important model, that is nothing but Agile methodology. Okay, let's see. It is a process or methodology in which we develop a software in faster manner using a team which consists of senior developers, designers, and test engineers. In this model, customer involvement is present entirely in the project. As you can see in the diagram, there are a lot of team members are there, and including one Scrum Master. This is nothing but the Scrum team. Okay, you can see there are a lot of developers, designers, and testers. Okay, so this is called as Scrum team. So let's see what is Scrum team. Scrum team is a team in which 7 plus or minus 2 members are involved in developing, designing, and testing the product with Scrum Master. That means 7 plus or minus 2 means we can have the range from 5 to 9 team members in the Scrum team. Okay, some of the companies they are following like they can add some few more people, but as per the ethics we should have 7 plus or minus 2 members in the Scrum team. Okay, next is what is Scrum Master. Scrum Master is nothing but the person who takes care of the entire Scrum team. All right, next is user story. It is a set of requirement which is taken by the BA to develop the software is called as user story. What is product backlog? It is a user story which is going to be developed in the product or project. Sprint. What is sprint? The time duration required for develop set of certain requirement or user story. Okay, so I'll tell you clearly. Suppose business analyst collected some requirement documents or requirements from the customer. So all those whatever requirements he has collected from the customer, he will I mean the business analyst or product analyst will do the they will prepare the SRS document for all those requirements. Okay, once all the SRS documents has been completed or prepared, that will be uploaded on some portal. So all the requirement we used to call as user story. Okay, and we are not going to develop all the entire user stories in a single sprint. Okay, so definitely will be here in Agile methodology will be um, suppose we have 6 months of time for developing a complete software or complete application, then we'll be segregating the entire 6 months of time into some number of sprints. Okay, so likewise 2 week sprint, 1 week sprint, likewise. Okay, if it is 2 week sprints, that means how many sprints will be there in the project? If it is the 6 months project, that means 12 sprints will be there. Alright, so each and every sprint will be going to develop some certain requirement or some certain user stories. Whatever the user stories are divided and whatever we are going to work on that or we are going to develop in the particular sprint, those are called as nothing but product backlog. Alright, so let's see different types of meetings are available in Agile methodology. So first one is project kickoff meeting. Let's understand. It is a type of meeting in which is done before starting the project, in which all high level people like BA, Scrum Master, customer and the entire team involved in the project. Okay, usually project kickoff meeting we used to have before starting the project. Alright, so there BA used to explain like what exactly we have the requirement. Alright, and if BA will be not having proper information or if the BA will be lagging in the information, then customer will be there definitely to help the BA. And the entire Scrum team, including the Scrum Master and the entire team, will be also present in the same project kickoff meeting. They can raise their queries if anything required in the project. Before starting the project, we can clarify all the queries for the entire sprint or entire project. Alright, next is sprint planning meeting. Sprint planning meeting is done before starting the sprint, in which Scrum Master, developers, designers and test engineers are involved. That means entire Scrum team will be having the sprint planning meeting, and it will be starting with the sprint only. For each and every, before starting each and every sprints, we should have the sprint planning meeting. How we can here we can plan how we can go for the entire sprint, like whatever the requirements we have, how we can do the coding activities, how we can develop the entire entire sprint, whatever the requirements we have, and how fast we can complete the testing activities, so that we can have some time to to do the bug retesting, or we can say some bug fixes, everything. So all these we can have the planning at the sprint planning meeting only. All right, so let's see the next meeting is daily stand-up meeting. It is a type of meeting done every day before work, and here we discuss what we did yesterday and what we are going to do today. That means on daily basis we'll be having this daily stand-up meeting. In this meeting what exactly we used to discuss, like whatever we have done till now or whatever we have done yesterday, and what we have the planned activities for today. That means what we are going to do today. All right. So next meeting is customer review meeting. It is a type of meeting in which customer is involved to verify the product or for the enhancement to be done in the project. Next meeting is retrospect meeting. It is a type of meeting in which we discuss what went wrong in the project or product release. That means at the time of sprint release, or you can say like whenever the sprint has been completed, we will be going for the release the product to the customer, right? So at that time we used to have this retrospect meeting with the customer, and here we discuss like in the sprint whatever wrong we had, and what exactly went wrong in the particular sprint. So all those things we are going to discuss with the customer. And retrospect meeting also called as post-mortem meeting. All right. So this is all about the agile methodology, and I hope you have learned agile methodology properly, right? You can see one diagram exam for your example. Like this is the sprint one. Okay, here in the sprint one we have started the sprint with planning, designing, developing, and testing, and we'll be having review, and we'll be releasing. So after that immediately we'll be starting the sprint 2 with the sprint plan, then design, coding, testing, reviewing, then lunch. Then sprint 3 starting with planning, designing, building, testing, reviewing, and lunch till sprint end. Alright. So this is all about agile methodology. I hope my video has made an effort for you, and if you feel that this is really helpful for you, please like, comment, share, and press the bell icon to subscribe my channel. And please be connected with Between Techie for new updates, or you can say newly added videos for your learning activities. Thank you.